If you're an Iron Man fan, these are the key Tales of Suspense issues that you need to read. I'm going to read every single comic book that Iron Man has ever been in. And naturally, that brings me to the very beginning of Iron Man in the comics. Iron Man's run in the 1960s comic anthology, Tales of Suspense. I have read all of the Tales of Suspense issues that feature Iron Man, which are number 39 through 99. And I have created a guide that I wish I had before I started reading, where I have gone through and picked out all of the key Iron Man issues and put them in a list for you, in something that I like to call Iron Issues. There is no logo or graphics packet. My plan is to do an Iron Issues for every single Iron Man comic book run, or at least when I decide and how I decide to segment them, I will create like an Iron Man Issues packet or video for those specific segments. I just spit on the camera. For all of the issues that I could find an Amazon link for, I linked them in the description down below, and I also linked all of the ones directly to Marvel Unlimited. And now, here are the key Iron Man issues for Tales of Suspense. Obviously, the very first key issue for Tales of Suspense is Tales of Suspense number 39. This is the first appearance of Iron Man. It's where he makes his debut, and if you have not seen my video on that, please check out the card right here. The next issue is actually issue number 40, where his gray armor turns to golden, and let me say, the reasoning is pretty interesting. And now we jump ahead to issue 45, where it is the first appearance of both Happy Hogan and Pepper Potts. Tales of Suspense is essentially a run of first appearances, so you're going to hear a lot about that throughout this list. The next key issue is number 46, which is the first appearance of Crimson Dynamo. I really hope we see him in the Armor Wars Disney Plus series. And in the next key issue, 48, it is the first appearance of the Model 2 armor, which was created after Iron Man fought Mr. Doll and realized that his armor was way too clunky. This, of course, is the first time we see him in an armor in his iconic yellow and red, which we could thank the amazing Steve Ditko for. And the first time that another superhero is featured in an Iron Man comic is Tales of Suspense issue 49. Where we get to see the X-Men and Iron Man accidentally turns Angel evil. And in issue 50, it is the first appearance of Iron Man's iconic arch nemesis, the Mandarin. And in issue 52, it is the first appearance of Black Widow. And for issue 54 and 55, we actually get the very first Iron Man two-parter, where the story of the Mandarin returning starts in 54, but it doesn't end until 55. And in issue 57, we get the first appearance of Hawkeye. Hawkeye, not hot guy. And in issue 58, Iron Man gets to fight Captain America for the first time. And in issue 59, Iron Man gets to split the issue with Captain America. And at the beginning of that person's story, we actually get the first appearance of Jarvis. And issue 62 is all about the actual origin of the Mandarin. In issue 65, we get to see the first time anybody else wears the Iron Man suit, Weasel Wills. It's also the first time that we get to see an Iron Man suit versus an Iron Man suit. And in issue 66, it's the first appearance of the Model 3 armor, also known as the Nose armor. And issues 69 through 71 might actually be one of my favorite story arcs in Tales of Suspense, where in issue 69 is the first appearance of Titanium Man, who challenges Iron Man to an internationally televised fight, which ultimately almost ends up killing Happy Hogan, who finally figured out that Tony Stark is Iron Man. Then in issues 74 and 75, because of an untested invention that Iron Man uses, he accidentally ends up creating the first appearance of the Freak. I'm not going to give away the Freak's identity. You should go read those issues now. And in issue 80, it's Iron Man versus Namor. Namor. Issues 84 through 86 is also another good story arc, where Tony Stark finally appears before Congress, has a heart attack because of his heart condition, Happy Hogan takes over the Iron Man suit, gets captured by the Mandarin, and then Tony has to find a way to save his best friend. And finally, issues 97 through 99. I've dubbed it the Iron Man's Magia Mafia saga, where in issue 97 is the first appearance of Whiplash, and issue 99 is the very last issue of Tales of Suspense. And that's the very first Iron Issues. Comment down below if you've read any of these issues and let me know what you thought, or if you have not, which issue number you're most excited to read, and then once you read it, come back and tell me what you thought. Watch this video right here if you wish your first appearance was in an Iron Man comic. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you 3000.